Well, as the late B.B. King would say, my friends, the thrill is gone out of the scrap metal markets, that is. Hi, I'm John McNeil, and this is the Invest Strong Network. Welcome. So, as all Invest Strong viewers know, Brother John has been on a bit of a mission over the last several months. So, I am a an avid scrap meddler, right? So I will collect scrap metals, specifically aluminum cans, but also other things. And there is a scrap yard not far from my home here in Southwest Houston. And after about a week to 2 to 3 weeks of accumulating scrap, I would take it to the yard, sell it, take the proceeds and invest in the cryptocurrency markets. Now, the crypto markets, of course, have been just total trash for the better part of a year, really. But the value of scrap metals and construction materials have been remarkably stable and buoyant. In fact, some of the best prices I have ever seen in the scrap metal markets have been just recently, right? And that has been quite the relief because just about every other part of the economy has been kind of in free fall, right? So being able to get record prices for my scrap metal has been a really nice relief. That is until very, very recently. Tell you what happened. So the last time I sold a load of scrap, and this was about 2 weeks ago, I was receiving about 70 cents a pound for aluminum cans and about 93 cents a pound for copper wiring, right? So this was great. This far higher than anything I had seen previously, right? All right. Now, then I go up there today being the 30th, 29th of June 2022 to sell a load of cans and also copper wiring. And now they're going for 50 cents a pound, the cans, that is. 50 cents a pound, down from 70 cents just 2 weeks ago. That is an enormous percentage come down. And a similar thing has happened to copper wiring, coming down from 93 cents a pound down to 63 cents, according to this Tari slip. And for non-ferrous metals and other scrap metals, it's a similar story. Now, the import of this collapse in commodity scrap prices is far more than what it does to small time scrap meddlers like Brother John. Oh, no, no, no. So you see, there's a much larger story that's being told here. Let me tell you what that is. In a previous video, I mentioned how the economy was showing signs of recession, but the real telltale signs of recession would be things like rising unemployment and a collapse in base metal and construction material prices. Now, as of right now, the labor markets still look remarkably buoyant, right? Unemployment is still about 3.6%, near 50-year lows. And as far as I can tell, certainly here in the Houston area, there are still a lot of help wanted signs in the windows, right? Okay, so that's good. But the price of the base metals commodities have collapsed after months of bucking the overall trends in the economy. That is telling us that employment, the labor markets, is the last domino to fall. And it'll be very interesting to see what the numbers are for the June 2022 labor period. And that's coming up, that's pending imminently, right? So uh, I believe what the numbers will reflect is that our economy in the US is certainly in a slowdown phase. Now, whether it's technically in recession or not quite sure, but certainly it's in a slowdown phase. No question about it. And stuff like this, right, confirms it conclusively. Now, then the question becomes, well, now that it looks like we're certainly in, if not a recession, certainly an economic slowdown of some sort, what's an investor to do? Well, what this investor is doing is basically just reviewing my portfolio and just making sounder choices, right? You see, in the good times, you can make it's like you have the Midas touch, right? Everything you touch turns to gold, and you're the smartest person in the world, and it seems as if the sky's the limit. But in periods like this, kind of separates the men from the boys, the women from the girls, so to speak. Now, specifically, what am I doing? Well, I am purchasing, again, high quality dividend paying stocks. That's what I'm doing. Right now, I'm still involved in the Trash to Treasure Crypto Challenge, which I mentioned earlier, and I will stay faithful to that. I mentioned that I would continue to sell the scrap and use the proceeds to buy cryptocurrencies. I will do that, fulfill that commitment for a year, so that's due to run through December of 2022. But I'm being far more strategic in what I do. No more selling things, selling scrap, taking the money and pouring it into crypto. No. Now I will sell, take the proceeds, put it in a pool, right? Hold it in a pool, and then at some point in the future, when the crypto markets have stabilized, then I'll invest. But right now, no way, right? I have also tapped out on the I bonds. So, as I mentioned in the previous vid, the government sets a $10,000 annual limit on what an individual can purchase in I bonds, and I have maxed out on that. And that is great. No risk, 9.62% guaranteed return, at least for the first 6 months, perhaps for an entire year. To be able to get a near double-digit return with no risk, I mean, obviously, that's a no-brainer, at this point. Besides that, you don't really want to keep a whole lot of money in cash. Inflation will just eat away at it, so you don't want that. You do not want to invest in anything speculative or crypto. No, not in any large way. Certainly not. Now is the time for caution and to really give a lot of thought into all of your investment options. And that's certainly what I'm doing right now. And I appreciate the scrap yard for teaching me a lesson and letting me know exactly what I should be doing. All right. Thank you. So that's what's on my mind this week. Thought I'd share that with you. If you appreciated it, learned something, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. I'd appreciate it. That allows Invest Strong to be published to a wider viewership, and I really appreciate it. Of course, subscribe. Always subscribe to Invest Strong. I would really appreciate it. And of course, leave a comment. I will respond to each and every one of them. I promise you. Let me know where you are in the grand economic scheme of things, and I promise you I would respond. All righty, friends. Thank you so much, and good blessings.